And the world is made of energy, and the world is electricity, and the world is made of energy, and there's a lot inside of you, and there's a lot inside of me, and the world is made of energy, and the world is synchronicity.
So, geothermal physicist, what is geothermal energy? Geothermal energy is a form of energy production that utilises heat from the earth. Yeah. Fantastic. But this energy, where does the heat come from? That is a brilliant question. The heat we use in geothermal energy production is made up of two types of heat actually, 20% of which is residual heat from the Earth's creation, and the remaining 80% is derived from the radioactive decay of different minerals found within the Earth. Residual heat from the Earth's creation? Yes, that's correct. How is that renewable? Oh, how is it? I don't know. So how is geothermal energy produced? Well, basically extract steam directly from the subsurface and use this to drive a turbine and in turn produce electricity. Okay. You mentioned extracting water from the subsurface. Yeah, that's right. Are there any negative consequences as a result of this practice? Not really, no. Not really. Not really? Yes, well, further testing is still being conducted. But you've mentioned that geothermal exploration is being undertaken currently in Australia. Yes, of course, it's a booming industry. Even though we're not sure of any possible consequences. It should be fine. Are you familiar with the precautionary principle? No, I'm not. So, Mr. Geothermal Physicist, what is the status of geothermal energy in Australia currently? Well, in Australia there are two small-scale examples of geothermal energy. Okay, and what are they? Well, firstly, the town of Birdsville, until recently actually, used geothermal energy sourced from the Great Artesian Basin. On top of that, the town of Portland utilised a heating scheme generated by geothermal energy for a period of 20 years. It worked quite successfully. Currently, however, there are only prototype programs running. But the Australian geothermal industry is growing rapidly, with 400 geothermal tenements nationwide and around $1.5 billion in work programs underway. It's quite large. It's a lot to write down. Okay, what about another country? Let's use Japan. Currently, Japan has 18 functioning geothermal power plants. However, they only combine to produce 0.2% of the country's energy usage. Japan also has the third largest geothermal reservoir in the world. The whole world. Is that so? It certainly is. The energy held within Japan's subterranean reservoirs is the equivalent to 20 nuclear power plants. Wow. And why does Japan have such a booming geothermal industry? Well, it's due in part to their geographic setting. They're situated on a tectonic boundary, but a lot of it has to do with Japan's recent Fukushima disaster, in where all but one of their nuclear power reactors have been shut down. So they're in desperate need of a new, reliable method of energy production. And can that be found in geothermal energy? Yes, of course, it's booming. Geothermal physicists, thank you very much for your time.
the